Morning, guys. It is Monday, August the 14th. First full night down here in Oregon at Barview Jetty. Slept pretty well in the rooftop tent up there. And just going to take you guys for a quick tour around camp. Probably doing a lot of different camp segments this trip. Trying to get some content specific to the camping, the setup, little hacks, tips, and tricks that we've learned over the years. Having, tent camped back when we were younger, and then into a tent trailer, full-size trailer, and then into the rooftop tent. So, I wouldn't say we've done it all, but we've done it most. Anyway, let's go check it out. So this is a cute little hack. I think I saw this on someone else's trailer. This is a $200 deck box. We keep all the small stuff in here, things that we don't want, falling off of a trailer. All right, so this is the doghouse mesa. We've got the annex room added on, which is a great feature, especially when you've got a golden doodle who doesn't really settle that well, being up 6 feet off the ground. So Jen sleeps on a cot with an Instaflate style mat. Cola loves to sleep with us, so our hack for this is we use a couple of our Husky gear bins, side by side, couple of blankets on top of it, and it's the same height as the bed. So camp setup in terms of our living space, it's we don't really feel like we're settled in yet. So the main piece we use is our Impact 10x10 instant canopy. A few things of note here. Everywhere you look, you're going to see these DeWalt pack-out boxes. I use these for my overland gear. We use them for camping. They're tough. They're waterproof, dustproof. This is actually my oldest piece in the camping kit. It's a Plano scent-proof hunter's locker. We use this for all of our dry goods, because you latch it down, you can lock it if need be, and if it's scent proof, then there's no reason that an animal's going to want to go checking it out. Latest addition to the kit is the Woods 19-liter cooler jug. I filled this thing up with ice and water on Saturday night at home, so about 36 hours ago. Still rocking pretty good. Change tent, we bring this along because, there's a couple of ladies on this trip, and we don't always want to run to a bathroom in the middle of the night, so we actually have a porta potty in here. And this is part of our off-grid camping setup. So if we're going somewhere where there aren't facilities, we just bring our own. I've already shown you Gabby's cocoon here, and she's got her tough box with her backpack in it that allowed her to keep. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, why do we leave all this gear largely unattended during the day when we're camping? And the short answer is, in 25 years of doing this, we've never had a reason not to. We've always left our campsite, open. I'll move these tough boxes out of the way simply because they're quite valuable and I don't want them in the line of sight, but I didn't even lock them all together like I thought I would. Now check out what we've got here. Jen has whipped us up an amazing meal. We've got some little steak kebabs that she picked up at Fred Meyer, leftover chicken wings, also from Fred Meyer, different town, different day. Rice quinoa packet. And then it looks like she's doing some homemade cheese bread melting, and everything just fits on there. And as it nears cooking, she just closes the lid and away it goes. She's no slouch at the camp kitchen or the regular kitchen. Kudos. Thanks, hon. Dinner's almost ready. Let's talk about real quick the dish setup, because this is totally fancy. Or not. This is a basic little fold-out table that allows us to keep our dishes away from the otherwise cluttered table. And the nice thing about having a big table is we can let it clutter, and my OCD just has to take a back seat. My wife's trying hard not to laugh in the background because she knows how true that is. I've talked about these bins before. These are fantastic. Sterilite bins, typically found at Walmart. We bring 3 of them. 2 of them are dish sinks, and then this one is full of little doggy miscellaneous cleanup-y kind of brushes and their food bowls and all that kind of stuff. They nest together. One has a lid, and they just stack nice. 3 don't take up much more room than 1. From the grill to the table, look at this nice little feast. Yummy. Camp Chef Mom. One of the reasons I was really reluctant to get back into camping is that we've got these 2 beautiful little creatures here that I figured would just be getting into everything and making a mess and all of that. I have some creative ways to keep them leashed up, because you know what, we'll give them some freedom and then they go chasing after another dog and we leash them back up. But just took simple guy wire between 2 trees. You can see the yellow wire here. It's actually glow in the dark. and it's at about the 6.5 foot level, which is nothing I'm going to catch my head on. And we tie it up, and then back to the middle here, just a carabiner, a rope, another carabiner into their 2 leashes, and they've got all kinds of running room. Yeah, they're content to just sit there and lay. So dishes are almost done. We got the 2 sink method, of course, and we just use warm water. It's been sitting out in the water jug all day. Unless you got really greasy dishes or raw meat you're trying to deal with, it doesn't make sense to boil water. You're just wasting a bunch of energy and time. What we do, though, on the grill is we will actually pre-wipe it. It's non-stick, so we'll wipe it down with either a baby wipe or paper towel so that you're not putting a disgusting, janky item in there. We wash it last anyway, but this dish sink will sit for the rest of the evening, so then we can wash the dog food bowls and then any snacks that we have tonight, so we end the night with no dishes. But anyway, yeah, simple dish system, nothing fancy, not even a dish rack. I'm OCD. Somehow I'm managing with what I would call a less than perfect camp setup. But if there's one thing we've learned camping over the last 25 years together, it's that no 2 setups are the same, no 2 campsites are the same. And so you play the hand you're dealt. So let's talk about a couple of cool things that we use here. One, with its broken handle and makeshift IKEA dresser knob, is the Coleman, I don't even know if this is still made, Signature Outdoor Gear 3-in-1. This is a grill. It is also a griddle, and if you remove both of those, you are left with a burner, as you can see down here. So it's called a 3-in-1. This is super versatile. Another piece of gear we've been using for, well over 20 years, probably the full 25, is this burner that literally just screws onto the top of a 1 pound propane. So in today's day and age, you're probably wondering who in their right mind uses these 1 pound propane bottles, because they're so darn expensive. Well, we found a little gadget on eBay and we refill our own bottles. This janky contraption on top, and sorry about the bad lighting, is a toaster. It's well used. You can see it's kind of rusted a bit and whatnot, but it gets the job done. Something I've been meaning to talk about for a long time, and this has become a real centerpiece to all of my gear, whether it's tools, overlanding equipment, camping, you name it. And it is a fraction of the price of the ARB or the Roam or Pelican cases, while being, gasketed, so it is waterproof, it's dustproof. It latches pretty darn firmly. I don't think a bear's getting in there, and if you put a padlock on it, it's definitely not. We keep miscellaneous gear in this one, just kind of loose camping stuff that would be more for a camping trip and not so much for an overlanding expedition. The drawer system is really handy. Got your cutlery in here. This is actually a picnic pack, which has got plates and cutlery in it all in one. And then underneath that, cutting boards, Ziploc bags, baby wipes, dishcloths, all that stuff. So the nice thing about that is you can bury it under this. The 2 are latched together, and you can always get at the stuff in the drawers. So this was an upgrade from the Olympic Peninsula trip Gabby and I did, where we did not have the drawers and really felt that they would be helpful. I have these things all over the place. We're using one right now as a garbage can, because literally we just close it up at nighttime and nothing's getting in there. It's tough. So yeah, love the tough systems. We've got the trailer in here on a diagonal. If you look down the side here on the middle, you can see these posts. So when we tried backing the trailer in, we weren't going to be able to open up the tent and set up the annex room here without banging into these posts. But what it means is that this other side of the trailer that's not blocked by the annex, this is now kind of on the outside edge of our campsite. So that's not ideal. We would prefer to have the trailer in front to back and be able to live and access easily down both sides of the trailer. Haven't shown you in the Ridgeline trunk lately. So in here are 2 more pack out bins, one with recovery gear, one with tools, our picnic blanket, just an extra towel for the dogs, ammo case down here. There's not full of ammo, but it's got all my video gear in it, and then just miscellaneous supplies for the truck here. So, well guys, that's about it for today. So thanks so much for hanging out with us, and hope you've enjoyed this and it's inspired you to kind of geek out on your own camp setup and you know what? It's not about where you go or how deep into the bush or how many nights stay. It's really about getting out with family and friends and having a great time. In terms of the gear, using what you have, finding ways to be more efficient with it. Or, you know what? If you don't care about that stuff, then just getting out and winging it. But at the end of the day, it's really just about getting out there. So if you like these tips or you have any of your own, drop me a note in the comments. And otherwise, we're going to catch you on the next one. So until next time, and there will be a next time, go play outside.